Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Elian's Joy today. I am so glad to be here. I'm your host, Elian. Thank you for watching today. If you are not on winwinwomen.com live TV today here with me, you might be watching on Roku or Apple TV or Amazon Fire, or you might watch the replay on any of these platforms. So find us, find all these amazing women that are show hosts and bringing you lots and lots of content about anything and everything you can think of on winwinwomen.tv or winwinwomen.com. And we have amazing show hosts, amazing topics. And today I'm going to bring you a topic that is near to my heart and dear to my heart. We're talking about determination. That's one of the power words that I love to talk about. I used it this week on social media as my power word, as my word of the week. And I want you to think about determination and all the benefits of it. I always hope you get some energy from me talking to you on Elian's Joy, right? I want to give you energy, I want to give you joy, and just bring that through the screen and pull you in and find out how together we can do something with this word determination. It is always great to be here as a show host and talk for a few minutes with you every week. And sometimes I have amazing guests. I have some amazing guests coming up this upcoming month. What is it? Not in September, but in October, I think. And we'll bring you also some wonderful topics. Like last week, we talked about the wonderful menopause, right? This is just a great topic to talk about. I had Dilyana Mileva on my show, and she is an expert, and she was talking about this topic. And so every time I'll try to bring you something that is informative and wonderful and full of thought, right? For women and the things that we want in our life, the things that might drive us to success, like today, talking about that power word determination. What will you get out of it? Well, like I said, I hope that you always walk away with some energies and smiles. And I hope that you walk away with a sense of determination this week. And today, or after watching this on any platform, you can always find the replays on my YouTube, Elian Haan. If you are watching the replay, even if you are just full of this sense of, yes, I want to get something accomplished this week. Yes, I'm going to go after it. I have a sincere sense of determination this week. Then I am happy, and just let me know always in any form. If you have questions, right? Or if you want to reach out. I am a life coach. I am a midlife and transformation coach. So I help my clients feel better about life in general. I am definitely an expert in anxiety, depression, addiction recovery, PTSD, grief and loss. So if you are feeling that you need some help, always reach out for a complimentary session as well. We can do that together, and you can always find the link back in the show host description. So there's many ways that you can reach out to me. Please let me know if you have questions that you want to work with me, if it's anything exercise, right? Because I'm also a coach in the wellness field, in the fitness field. If there's anything that you need help with feeling physically and mentally better, reach out to me. I can help you with that. So let's talk today about determination. Just take a deep breath with me, just a deep breath in through your nose. One of those wonderful belly breaths, and just feel that sliding through your body and just relaxing and just kind of listening to me, giving you a lot of benefits of this power word, right? This word, that determination. There is another word that I really like with it, and it is, of course, discipline. So they are both going hand in hand. And let's talk about the meaning of determination. What does it really mean to be determined, right? In the definition, it kind of refers to a strong sense of resolve, a strong sense of willpower, a strong sense of being persistent in achieving a goal or overcoming obstacles. And one of the things that I always say, if you see an obstacle, as a problem, right? I want you to start changing your thoughts and seeing anything that comes at you that might be difficult, that might be an obstacle, see it as a challenge. Because then your sense of thinking about the problems changes, right? If you are thinking about something as a challenge that you might overcome and you're determined to overcome it and to get to the other side of the mountain, then it becomes a little easier. The quality of being unwavering and resolved in pursuing something, despite difficulties or setbacks or challenges, that is what this determination really refers to, right? It is just an unwavering sense and a strong commitment of willingness to put an effort in the things that we have to do to move forwards. Now, that sounds all just like a big definition, and we get it. How do you really apply that? And let me give you some examples and stories. Let's say that I work with somebody in recovery that had a long path of trying to overcome addiction, and they did, and my client did, right? And there was a lot of trauma, there was a lot of underlying feelings that we had to work through, a lot of past that we had to work through. And that was just a sense of, yes, I'm going to be able to let go of this. So in case something is holding you back, that might be a traumatic experience, we're going to have to move through that first, right? As I always call that, move through. And then if you move through that, you come into a new place of now what? And you know that if you go back, that you really can't go back to the same situation. You can't go back to the same environment and the same people, because that's where it kind of all went gray, right? Where it didn't go very well, and where there was a lot of pain or maybe a lot of emotional conflicts. So we want to go away from that. So we want to get into a new place. And that usually takes work, just to kind of make our environment a little different and go through that transition that you will go with me through as a transitional coach, as a transformation coach, into a new place of life. To give that meaning, we have to have that little sense of determination. And that means that we do want to grow. We do want to have a different outcome. We do want to stay sober, for instance, in case of my clients that I'm working with, we want to stay sober. And so in order to do that, we need to do a lot of work, and we have to have a lot of skills and tools, big tool sets of readiness, things that we can apply when we feel that we're just a little wobbly, we're a little out of it, we're getting emotionally challenged, we're getting physically challenged, right? It has a lot of times it has to do with physical pain, as I usually talk about, that might have manifest in your body as a result of emotional pain that we hold on to. So if we want to go through the pain, we want to move forwards, as I say, right? Move through and move forwards. If we want to do that, that is work, and it usually requires a sense of determination. If we want to, and it's easy, right? If I, not easy, but if I work with somebody, what becomes easy is that we do have a toolbox. We do have lots of exercises. We do have lots of skills that you can use as a new skill set to apply to yourself in case you are feeling challenged, or you're feeling a little bit out of it, and you feel that this is not a good day, right? We have to take it day by day. So when you are setting with me, for instance, clear goals, and you can maintain that focus, and you can push through some of these difficulties, like I help my client do in this case, right? There's temptation out there. There might be irritability, there might be anger, there might be resentment, there might be loss of self-esteem. These things we have to push through. We have to push through these difficulties and try to see ourselves and the situation a different way. And if we see ourselves differently, with more love for self and more respect for self and more care for self, then we are able to handle the outside world a little bit better. So it's a very crucial trait to accomplish some achievements in the near future, right? We want to take it one day at a time. At the same time, we want to make a picture. We want to create a vision, kind of a dream of where we want to be in this super sober, healthy life full of well-being and success, right? That's the hardest thing. We just have to really set a path forward and be determined to follow the little steps, the little action steps that we're going to plan towards that bigger goal. But here are some of the benefits of being determined. If you are determined towards that, as I can see from my client, because he's doing it, right? And there's a range of benefit being determined and setting your mind to, I want to really accomplish this. There is this great goal achievement, right? Even if we set little goals every day, we can find this big feeling of relief and achievement and success at the end of the day, because there was, for instance, another day of sobriety. There was another day of taking on a challenge of finding a new path, new work, maybe a new place to live, maybe new people to be around. And that is really a good feeling when you achieve just a small goal. It gives you an immediate sense of self-esteem, of accomplishment. People, secondly, that are determined also are better equipped to bounce back from setbacks and failures. Of course, there are setbacks and failures. Of course, we have sometimes this feeling of not being supported, this feeling of being alone on our path, this feeling of hopelessness sometimes, feeling of, a lot of triggers coming at you and falling back into ways that we don't really want to go back to. But if you are just determined to get somewhere, then you feel that you become more resilient. And resilient is a word that I talked about a couple of episodes ago. And it was really one of these words where it was helping us to set a stride, right? To set a path forwards, a journey forwards to where we know that there's things that we really want to accomplish. So resilience is a great word to stick to, and a great word to have as a shield, right? Because and for me, for instance, I didn't have that in the past, and with now a few decades of help and a few decades of being a coach, but also being coached, and self-help and self-worth and work on self, right? All these things that I've been working on, things are changing and I feel more resilient. If you feel more resilient, the things that are coming to us are not such a throw off. They don't just make us fall over and I always say on your back and all fours in the air, like what now, and big drama days, right? It is not that the drama is not there. It's not that the pain or the difficulties are not there to overcome, but you are becoming more resilient because you are determined to move forward. Even if that is the goal, even if you are in a complete, devastating, difficult situation, if your goal is to be determined towards creating a better day, creating a better tomorrow, creating a better outcome next week, being there for your family, trying to be uplifting and positive, then you are being more resilient and you become easier. It becomes easier to handle. So in other words, it's not something that just, like I said, throws you off forever. It's really important. Now let's talk about productivity. If you are resilient, if you are determined and resilient as well, then you are more productive because things are just planned. Things are just straight out there. You have an agenda, you got a plan, or you got things to do for the day. You have things to do for tomorrow. This needs to be done now. That's less important. That can wait. Maybe you can delegate things. So if you're feeling that is increasing your productivity because you're determined to reach that goal, to have that outcome, whatever it is, then there is, you're building up that determination, that feeling of strength, that feeling of power. I'm going to get there. Now, what is that there? The thing is that I talk about my clients with a lot is that I always say you need to know what that there is. We have to have a way, we have to have a plan, we have to have a journey, we have to have a dream, we have to have something that we're really looking forward to. If that is personal success, if that is career success, if that is something spiritual for you, if that is something that you want to establish in your family, a new environment, maybe new friends, new work, maybe a new plan, a total new plan for yourself. We can break that down and just go step by step towards that. That determination is really important. I give you another example of that step by step, building that resilience and having that increased productivity or that increased outcome. Let's say I have a client that comes to me, and many, many times, right, over the last 20, 30 fitness years, I want to lose weight, and I'm also very determined to get healthy. So we're setting a plan. We have to have the outcome. How much is it? You want to weigh, 5 pounds less or 10 pounds less? What is your health plan? What would you like to do diet-wise? And it doesn't mean to go on a diet, but what would you like to do when it comes to your nutrition changes? I can help you with that. And I am not a dietitian or nutritionist, but I know the people that can help you with that. And I form an alliance with them, and we make a plan so that we can set goals and be determined to say at the end of the month, we are 2 or 3 pounds less, or by so and so many weeks. That's what we have lost. And at the same time, you have made changes in your breakfast items and your lunch and dinner, right? The things that you are going to take in become you, right? I always say, what is this quote from my wonderful friend that she always says, if you're, if you're not taking care of your body, where are you going to live, right? And that is such a wonderful quote, because we have to just start thinking about our health and start thinking about the outcome. If we are determined to drink more water, if we are determined to eat better, if we are determined to let the ice cream and the chocolate wait for a day, which is really hard for me to do, right? But we have to be determined to live better and make better choices in our overall well-being, in our overall diet, in our overall sleep patterns. Sleep is so important. Sleep is so important. But then if we are determined to have that outcome, you'll get there. Increased success and increased productivity, increased outcome. And what does that do? Number 4, it will just create this amazing boost of confidence, right? Self-esteem and confidence goes up because there are so many things. Now you are a little bit more determined and you have a plan that you can really put in place. That is going to boost your confidence, because now you have all these little achievements stacking up. And it doesn't even have to be a big thing. If there's just a small thing that you want to work towards, if it's just a smaller goal, but you do want to accomplish that, and it's most of the time with my clients, a lot of the time that if it's not mental well-being, of course it's health, right? I want to get in shape, I want to do more exercise, I want to start doing classes, I want to eat better, I want to live better, sleep better. So how can I get you there? Well, we'll make those little steps. Put them in place. I am your accountability coach. I am on the sideline applauding you on. And then all these little celebrations of what we have done every day and what we achieved, all these celebrations are just leading up to this big success. And you can celebrate that. It always starts with a celebration. It always starts with a celebration with me, my joy, right? It always starts with a celebration, because we have the ability to do so. It is not taken away from you yet. So great boosting confidence. There you go. Great boosting confidence, right? Very important. And then when you start doing that and your planning becomes better and your outlook becomes better and you are more determined, you are more, you feel yourself more into a place of looking forward, growing in self-esteem and growing in confidence, then increase problem solving. Right? The things don't look so big anymore because you're taking small steps. There's more achievement. There's a boost in confidence. Your self-esteem is up through the roof. So you have that improved problem solving. It becomes a skill. It becomes a skill. Determination so often requires creative problem solving, because how are we going to get there? We're going to come up with a solution. What are we going to do for ourselves? We have to come up with something that can really lead us there. So we are going to have a plan. And sometimes that requires for us to be very creative. It's not always possible. I mean, let's say that we have a very great plan, right, for weight loss and health for the next month, and we are determined to get there. There's obstacles. There's a lot of external obstacles, right? A family doesn't want to do it. You know, you're by yourself. Nobody wants to really start that healthy living pattern yet. The rest of you're really busy. Your career requires more of a drive-through and instant meals. So there is a lot of external factors that are in place that we have to overcome and that we have to be creative with. And I am here to help you with that. And it's also given us that enhanced focus. Determination gives you that enhanced focus. Even when there's days that it doesn't work, you know, you go straight back to this plan that you had set up for yourself. You got this plan, you're determined about it, you got to do it. It gives you that focus. It also gives you the focus that goes all over, because if I say I do want to take care of my health, I do want to have a healthier living pattern, I do want to implement more skills for myself to cook healthier and to shop healthier, then that increases your focus. It is somehow taking you to that aisle with the groceries, with the vegetables and the fruit, right? And you just kind of like get drawn to that, because all of a sudden you start seeing more, which increases your focus, because now you're thinking about it so much, and you're seeing all these little achievements and accomplishments from yesterday and the day before, that will put you in a more positive mindset. Definitely. So that enhanced focus and the positive thinking, like, yes, I'm getting there, I'm getting there, I'm getting there, is really important. Because if we go back to that negative thinking of, I don't think I can do it, or like my other client, I think I'm going to fall back into this pattern of alcoholism and use and drinking, that negative mindset will not help us move forward. It draws us back. It draws us back in a place where we lose that self-esteem, we lose that confidence. We are not grabbing those skills. We are not going to a place where we can sit and meditate and be in stillness and know that we have to move on to something new. And sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's the unknown, but that is also the exciting part. So you can see sometimes anxiety as something that is exciting anxiety. I call that exciting anxiety because, whoa, it's so new, it's so scary. Like, I give you an example, like, well, when my son goes to college, right? Or he's in college, but he's in this new year and it's a new place to live and a new room. And, you know, it's a little bit, it's all new, right? What are we going to get this year? But it's also very exciting. So sometimes being scared, I can take it back to 2 years ago, of course, 2-3 years ago, when you leave the house. That is scary when you leave your parents' house to go into the wide world, to work or to study or to go to college or to start a job or to start a trade, right? Study. Then that is a really scary place. And at the same time, it's exciting because you get to leave your parents. You get to be on your own. Yay. You get to make your own decisions. Yay. You get to, you know, to do things with your friends and you don't have to ask permission all the time. So that is a great place, and it's an exciting anxiety, and at the same time, a little bit stressful, right? So they go hand in hand right there. That is absolutely true. That goes hand in hand. So you have a positive mindset. Keep that with you, that positive mindset going forwards, even if it is scary. Ultimately, if you are determined and you can show that you have reached that outcome, that you have implemented things, that you are there, that you're living healthier, that you have lost weight, that you have overcome addiction, that you are in a great place in your life, that you have reached success with a new job, then you are always an inspiration to others. Always. You are an inspiration to people because you have done this in what? 6 weeks time? No way. Or you've done it in 2 months. That's awesome. Or I can't believe you've done that last year. I mean, that you just changed your whole life around. You just found a new path, new relationship, a new home, a new place to live, a new place to work. You put it all in place. And so at that point, you are a great inspiration to others. Just being determined about what you had set first for yourself to do. So with that, as last point comes the tremendous personal growth. And personal growth and transformation is something that reveals in a feeling of joy, a feeling of peace, a feeling of happiness. Happiness is not always guaranteed because many times I say happiness is always determined by exterior things, right? The people you're with, or the things you do, the job you're in, the relationship. You know, it's external, the places, events, happenings, right? That creates a sense of happy. On top of the mountain on vacation, or in the middle of the ocean on a beautiful boat, or on the beach, or just in your living room with the people that you love. That creates happiness, right? Just by the fireplace, candles on. I say fireplace and candles on because it's really hot here and I'm longing for the fireplace. Cold weather. That's a little side note there, right? But if you feel, you know what I mean, that feeling of drawing inside and just, everybody there around you, the kids, the family, wonderful feeling of happiness. Now, inner peace is going a little bit deeper because I can't be happy all the time. I'm not. I got those days that I throw my hands in the air and go, nah, not today, right? Or just lots of stuff happens, challenging things. And of course, everybody goes through death and loss and grief and times of really horrendous trauma and things that are happening to you. You don't even have a hand in it. It just happens to you. So that's very difficult. But if we keep that sense of peace, and this is exactly that sense of peace that I want you to take away. Once you grow into that transformation, you have that inner sense of peace, then that will stay with you forever because that means that you already know that God has you, that the universe has you, your higher power, whatever you believe, is that will give you strength. You know, it's always going to be for a reason, although those reasons might be revealed at a way later time. And that is personal growth and transformation that leads to that inner sense of peace, where you are less thrown back to the past and more determined to go forwards and move and grow. I hope that helped you a little bit today, talking about that wonderful power word, determination. Determination goes hand in hand with discipline, right? Got to do it. Get up earlier, eating healthier, taking care of your body, taking care of self, taking care of your mind, all these things. I hope it helped you. Please let me know. Reach out anytime. Calendly.com, Coach Elian. You can find it on all my sites. You can find me everywhere, websites, social media. Just reach out anytime. I'm so grateful that you are watched today. Hope you set for this week a thought of determination, determined to be next week in a different place with where you can show that you have reached some goals that you were determined about. Maybe pick one, little step at a time. And if you do so, and it worked for you, and you felt really empowered, and you felt really just, you know, energetic about doing so, then I hope that you take that away from today's show. Anytime, reach out. Elianhaan.com. Thank you for watching Elian's Joy. I will see you next week. And I hope that you make it an amazing week. Namaste.